All right, looking to get my rear tail lights all cleaned up. So this is the original tail light and then the original seal that's on here. So I'm just trying right now. I'm trying to remove the old seal, and they're pretty well embedded in. So you have to get in there and clean it really well. So, and then I'm going to take this off and get this cleaned up. All right, so I'm going to start with removing these nuts here. I mean the bolts. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. So I'll get those off. All right, got them off, and then you get your hands, and it's kind of hard. There's a seal here, so you gotta pry on one side and kind of work your way around and get that seal off. Your seal. All right, and then for the plastic lenses, I just pried the edge here a little bit, just enough to crack that seal, and it just kind of just popped right off. And then this one here too as well. It's still a little stuck. And then looks like we got a little plug here. We'll leave that, and then the seal. I'll see what's going on with that. All right, the seal comes out pretty good. So I just got my screwdriver and pried down the edge a little bit, and the edge just peeled off and just started to come right off, all in one piece. So you can get new seals. So I'll get a new seal for this one and also for the other one. And then you can also get new seals for the outer. So this is, there's 2 different seals. One for the housing for the lens, for the lenses, and then the other seal for the whole unit itself when you mount it to the back of the car. So there's 2 separate seals. And this here, I'm not too sure what this is. I believe this might be for moisture. It's some type of wick unit to collect moisture if anything gets inside there, I'm guessing. So what I'll do is I'll take that out, keep that. So I don't even know if I can get new or not, so I don't want to damage that. So if you have original and you want to keep it, please do that. And then the rest of the units, I'll just get this all cleaned up and get the seal off, this old seal off this other one, and get it put back together. And then a quick tip on removing the older seal. If you can get an edge and start working on a whole piece, and then get a screwdriver or something else that you want to use, and then as you put tension, as you're pulling tension on it, give a little bit of pry at the base of it, and kind of work your way all the way around. And that seemed to work for me. You may run into some trouble spots where it gets a little bit harder, but that's kind of what I'm doing. And then I'll do some online searching to see what I can do to remove this other stuff, chemicals or anything like that we can use to remove this stuff. So that method worked out pretty good. So I was almost to get this whole thing out all in one piece. Maybe I'll try on the other one to get it all in one piece, but the other side pretty clean, but still there's that adhesive that they use when they do the initial install, and then get that cleaned out, and I'll get the rest of this in here that it's all chunky, but it worked pretty good. If you don't want to use a screwdriver, you use something stiff, piece of plastic, that way you're not making any scratches. But I mean, I didn't do any denting or scratching or anything like that on here at all whatsoever. So you just basically get in there and get way in the bottom, and then just give it a little bit of a twist, and slowly just work your way around, and then you should be able to get that peeled off pretty clean. That way you have less to get off. All right, here's my other side. This is the left-hand side one. So I was able to get the seal off all in one piece. So if you're patient, we work all the way around. That we have less to clean off. And it looks like some areas had more adhesive than others. But yeah, not bad. All right, working on getting all the old glue and old rubber seal off of the rear tail lights. So I did one just to see how it would go. It's fairly painstakingly difficult, but I got it all clean. So this is one of them, and then here's one before. So you can see all the rubber and the glue that's in there. So I did a lot of combination of things. One thing is that you just try not to use anything metal. With whatever resistant you have, it just it's gonna ruin the finish. So what I did was I got myself an old plastic scraper and then modified it. I just cut it so that I can get a tip to it, and so you can get in there and start working on that. And then after you do some scraping, and then do a combination of a wire brush, and if you do, and then and the toothbrush, and then I use some of this goof off. So what I was doing is that the foam or the rubber, the goof off absorbs it too much, and so what you got to do is a little bit at a time. So get your goof off or whatever rubber or glue dissolver you can get would work just fine. That's just the product I'm using, and then slowly scrape away. Maybe some areas where you may have to get a hard tool. So I just used a small little screwdriver for just the little areas. You can focus on some spots that tend to not go away. But before we do anything, the first thing I do is I just get the plastic scraper and get as much of the rubber portion off. So if you look close, so here is the rubber, okay, and this other tan, that's the glue. So the goof off will definitely get that glue off, but the goof off does not get the peeled rubber sections off. So you got to find a way to really scrape and get that off of there. That way the your dissolver will get the remaining of the glue. So it took me about an hour to get this one fairly decent. You don't have to get every single itty bitty little piece, but you can kind of see what I have left over on here. You can see some little pieces left over here and there, but I think that is perfectly good, clean enough to get your new seal on there. So just basically what I did, and don't forget you got your edges, your top edges here. You got to clean as well, because that also gets a seal. And then it's the basic conditions of mine. They're okay. They're not too bad. I still get a lot of pits on here, but they're in decent shape. So I will use them. I'm not doing any painting or rechroming or anything like that for these. And then and that's it. So that's just on cleaning these, and then we'll look more on getting them back together and getting new seals. All right, we're ready to put the taillights back together. So we've got our 6 screws here that we need. And then we got a new seal and our plastic lenses, the housing, and the backing. So right now this is the right hand one. So I'm using the OER brand style. And this foam here. It's a little of a harder foam. It's not like your cheap other foam, but pretty simple. So when you put these in, they match up pretty good. One thing you do want to check is on the clear on your plastic lens. You can make sure that on the end you have a decent amount of paint that's on there. That is used to prevent light shining in from one section to the other. So when they go together like that, you want to make sure that the paint that's on there is in good condition. And if you need to replace it, you can just give it another coat. And then, so for starters, we just our gasket goes like that, so you can fit it on. And then for your lights, to help you figure out where they go, they only go in one way. So if they go in here like that, so if you have the wrong side or the wrong way, they just you'll notice it when they go in. Okay. And then we'll flip this over and we'll push this down and get that sealed up. Okay, clearly on these ends, this top. Okay, the right hand is top there, and then the top of the housing says right hand. So just make sure that when you get them on, you got the right one. So don't put the left hand one here. And then the seal, kind of give it a good stretch. Sometimes it may not wrap all the way around or align with little divots that are here. And if you want, you can put a little bit of like a spray sticky or something on there just to get to stay. I still had a little residue from the old seal that was here, and it's staying pretty good. So I just took a wire brush to this, so you can still see the residue on the other one I haven't cleaned yet. So I just got a wire brush to it, and it's still a little tacky, a little tackiness to it, which is perfect. Just enough to hold this seal in there as I turn it over and put it on. Oh, see, I didn't line it up right. And it lets you know it only goes on one way. Okay, and then look down on the holes, make sure that you're lined up. All right, and then we'll get these screws on. All right, now screw it all the way, but so got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You should have 6 only. And then we've got this little hole here. I'm not too sure if there was one here. My original only had one, but this that's some type of wick of some sort. I think it controls the moisture inside here. But that was in that little hole right there, and I'll put that in. All right, there we go, all done. So when you tighten these down, it's just hand tight. They don't once they get tightened, that's it. It comes to a dead stop. So that is all done. So I'll do the other one and go from there. All right, these are all done. And then when you install them, there's another gasket that goes around the perimeter here, which I painstakingly already took off. I bought the good rubber style, not the foam. So I thought these would be the good ones, and they seem to be okay. They do have the ridge in them. So that they sit well inside the groove here. But when I go to put them on, they don't exactly seem to fit right. There's no groove here, okay, for the bolt location. So I suppose I could probably notch that out just a little bit so it fits. And then it fits here, it's okay here, and then here it's a little short. So I suppose it'll stretch a little bit when you go to put it on. But then the angle of the edge, it fits, you know, just on the edge here. So I guess when you tighten it, it'll stretch out and push in. But to me, that doesn't seem like the seal doesn't stick out enough to seal between the housing and the rear of the car. So when I go to install these, we'll take a closer look and see if that'll create a seal. It does have this edge lip here, and I believe that lip goes should be the same size as the hole in the back of the car, to where the housings, where these housings go into, and maybe that would fit in there, and that's where it seals. But I'll figure it out. So just when you buy these, be careful which ones you buy. I was a little wary, trying to make sure I got some good ones. I think the foam ones might be too big, and they go beyond the edge of the line here. And so when you go tighten it down, the foam squeezes out, and you can see the foam after you install it. So just when you buy these, look at different brands, but this is the OER brand. So I'll figure it out, put them on, and we'll go from there. But that won't be for a while, so it'll be another video. All right, thanks.